Today's video is an everyday makeup look, so I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this quick and easy makeup look. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, before anything, I like to make sure that my skin is moisturized, cleansed, and clean before I apply makeup, because you guys know like the base of the makeup is like what determines how the makeup looks like on your skin overall. So it's very important for you to make sure that the base of your makeup is on fleek, okay? So next I'm going to put on eye cream under my eyes, and I like to do this to prevent creasing. So I'm using this Fab Skin Lab Retinol Eye Cream with triple hyaluronic acid. I've been loving this because it's been keeping my under eyes really hydrated. So I've already moisturized my skin, even though it doesn't look like it. I have a really dry skin, so literally my skin just absorbs all that moisture. So I'm gonna move on to primer, and for primer I'm gonna use a hydrating one, and this one is by Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filt'r Soft Silk Hydrating Primer. So this primer is really good if you have dry skin, and it really helps to hydrate the skin. So essentially your makeup will last longer. So next I'm gonna apply foundation, and I've been really loving this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It is amazing, okay? It's super natural, gives me enough coverage, and the shade that I wear is New Caledonia, and I just love the finish of the foundation. It's not like too full coverage. It's definitely not like a skin tint type of coverage. It gives me enough coverage, but it's still like super skin-like. It has this really nice light reflecting look. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. And I like to build up my coverage with all types of foundations, just because sometimes I just kind of like to get a feel of how it looks like before applying way too much, and just to prevent the foundation from caking up. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. This is in the shade Cappuccino. I haven't used this in a little minute. And nowadays with concealer, I like to use a very small amount, because I just feel like if I put too much, it's gonna start causing creasing, and then there's really no point of that extra coverage. I like to place a small amount. If I want more coverage, I just kind of like let it settle my skin for a little bit and then blend it out. So to blend it out, I'm gonna use a damp beauty sponge. So what I do with the concealer is I literally take the sponge and I just tap it. Like, I don't be like going all crazy with the concealer, because you still want the concealer to have a little bit of coverage. So you just want to kind of like lightly just tap on it, like just tap on it to kind of blend it out, but you don't want the sponge to absorb most of the product. And then I just kind of like to sharpen up my contour before applying actual contour there. This will kind of help guide you on where your contour should go once you sharpen it up. And then for contour, I'm going to use a foundation stick, and this one is by Black Opal. So this is the True Color foundation stick in the shade Cafe Au Bay. So with contour, I like to focus it like right where I see that shadow. I don't like to place it below, because with my face shape, I have a really structured face, so I place it below, it's going to look unrealistic. So you just want to focus the contour right where you see that shadow. And then I like to place a small amount on my forehead, just because I don't like my forehead looking too dark. And if you have a big forehead, you definitely want to contour your forehead, and then a little bit right around this area, just to kind of curve everything in. And to blend it out, I usually use a beauty sponge, and I just kind of like press that right on my skin, but I'm kind of like lifting it up as I'm pressing it, just so the contour is sharp and structured. You don't want to blend your contour downwards. It should be upwards so it can snatch your face. And if you have a structured jawline, you definitely don't want to forget the contour right there, because that helps to structure that jawline. When we apply foundation, we kind of like cover that up. It makes us look like we have a saggy chin, so you really want to just contour that to create that separation between your jawline and your neck. So for cream blush, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is in the shade Caribbean. So for blush, I usually just take my finger and I press it on there. And then once you place the blush on there, you want to go in with the sponge that you use for foundation to really help blend out that blush. And it kind of helps sim down the color so it doesn't look too much. And it looks nice and natural. Like the color is really coming from underneath your skin. All right, so it's finally time to set the skin. So for setting powder, I like starting off with a very natural sheer setting powder. And I really like this one by Pat McGrath. This is the Sublime Perfection setting powder in the shade Medium 3. So first I start off by making sure to clean off the creases underneath my eyes. This is so important, because if you don't do this, I guarantee you your concealer is gonna crease. And then I like to just take a little bit of that powder. You obviously want to dust off the excess. And then I like to just press that right underneath my eyes to set that concealer. And this gives that concealer a little bit more of like a lighter coverage. You're not placing too much powder underneath there, so your under eyes are not going to be feeling very uncomfortable. So once I place that setting powder there, I like to go over all the areas where I placed the concealer. So that's obviously like the forehead, down the bridge of the nose. And then next I'm going to use pressed powder, and I like to use this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop pressed powder. And I like to press this on all the areas that I placed the foundation. And I just go over the blush with this as well. This will kind of get that foundation to stay put. It's not going to move at all. And for pressed powder, you always want to opt for a pressed powder that is natural, sheer, light coverage, because you don't want to put too much coverage and you're just pressing that on your skin because it's going to cake up your makeup. So you want to use one that's natural. And I like to just apply this on my forehead area as well. So after applying all this powder on my skin usually feels very kind of a little bit uncomfortable. So I like to use this e.l.f. hydrating coconut mist all over my face to kind of help melt that makeup, so it's like it sinks into my skin so it looks like it's my natural skin. All right, so now it's time to work on the eyes. So for eyebrows, I like using an eyebrow pen, and my favorite is this by Milani. It's called the Weekend Brow, and this is in the shade Espresso. So I like to just kind of like stroke my natural eyebrow hairs, and then I'm gonna just pop some lashes on, and my favorite lashes are these Lily lashes in the style So Extra Mykonos. All right, so now I'm gonna apply highlighter, and this e.l.f. Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Apricot is literally my favorite highlighter right now. It's super gorgeous. It really helps to brighten up your face. Like, you kind of get that nice natural glow, but it like literally just melts into your skin, so it looks super natural. It is a very light coverage powder, so you're gonna have to build up the coverage. So I like to just lightly put this on my forehead just to have that natural glow, and then a little bit on my nose bridge and at the tip of my nose. I get a lot of questions about my lip combo, so I've been really liking this lip combo. It's really easy. So I start off by lining my lips with Chestnut by MAC, and then for lips I go in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is in the shade Fussy, and I like to take the lip gloss and just slowly, lightly go over that lip liner. So this is my everyday makeup look. So it's super quick, really easy to achieve. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs this video up. Watch my next video over here. This is a powder foundation routine. So I show you guys how to achieve this look, but with powder foundation. But I'll see you guys in my next video.
KLJ, welcome to a channel where it's poppin'.